This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Welcome to the Stadium Course, TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. It's a masterful blend of challenge and playability designed by the team of Tom Weisskopf and Jay Moorish. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports.
The changes, Rich, they made in 2014 have just added a luster to this great venue that hosts the PGA Tour event each and every year. And it's a great test for any level of play.
Teeing off here to start the round at TPC Scottsdale. First hole, 403-yard par 4. Frank, walk us through.
The length of the hole hasn't changed, but the addition of that one bunker down the left side that makes the player think is certainly the first new addition. Do you try and fly that bunker or do you lay up? And it certainly changes the length of that second shot. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy. Well, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. This is a cross-country special. Could it be? Oh, he's going to love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Did the job right there. Par 4 second hole, a little bit longer than the first, this one at 442 yards.
Yeah, they've added a new tee, changed the bunkering down the right side. Still a semi-blind tee shot, a hole that bends softly to the left side. The bunkering around this green has changed. Still, it requires a very precise tee shot.
That's a bit offline in the rough. That is just a beautiful shot. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
This one just seems to be moving a little left in the air.
Not too bad. So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut. This is a good-looking shot.
This is that awkward length.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
And -2 early in the round. Not going so well for him. He has this for bogey. So with that, 1 over par. Now on to the third. First par 5 on the course here at TPC Scottsdale.
Yeah, the length of the hole hasn't really changed. It used to be 2 fairway bunkers down the left. Now there's only 1. Still a hazard that runs down the right side. A strategic hold if you can't make this par 5 and 2 in a brand new green that has been completely changed.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. So at the third, the approach is on the green, but it's a long ways from the cup, about 30 feet away. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Frank, one of the great moments in tournament history here in Scottsdale, you go back to 1996, the sudden death playoff between Phil Mickelson and Justin Leonard. Mickelson has always been the hero out here because he went to Arizona State.
Yeah, and it still runs through his veins, Rich. It was such an important win for him because to do it in front of people that he considered his home crowd was huge. And then also to do it in a playoff where, obviously it's win or lose. So for Mickelson, 1996 and TPC Scottsdale certainly ring home.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Back to par for the round. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3. It's no snack though.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Still playing even for the day after the par. Just a couple of feet. That is a solid par putt right there. Frank, this is a demanding driving hole, the par 4 fifth.
Another hole that bends gently to the left. There used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. It's now 1, and it's in the perfect position to make you think about your tee shot. Really, you have to be left of that. The new tee's added a little bit of yardage to it. The green still looks the same as what it once was. Tilts slightly from left to right. But you can see why a draw is the preferred shot at TPC Scottsdale.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Good putt, and now 1 under par. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Par 4 6th, and Frank, a couple of options here.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the left. A draw is the preferred shot off the tee. The longer hitters will have a big advantage. They'll be able to get it down there and just have a pitch or a short wedge into this. If you're not, that long, then you're going to have to lay it back short of those bunkers. That's going to leave a lengthy second shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality. Should be safely on deck.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. There's a birdie, now 2 under. Frank, where's the difficulty here on the 7th hole, the par 3 of more than 200 yards?
Well, Rich, front hole locations are always probably the toughest here because that's the narrowest part of the green. Bunkering really hasn't changed, and the green still does widen up, but the hole tends to play slightly uphill.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. Solid par. Frank, the par 4 8th. This is a good hole.
It is a dog leg to the left, forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front. Unless there's a flag position in the front, you're really going to have to fly it at least 20 yards or so into that green. Otherwise, that ball is going to run towards the front.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Birdie try up next. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
Very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
These putts keep the round together. Wow, touch of a locksmith out there, making everything.
Yeah, and the result, yet another birdie, too. Totally in command.
Settles in over the putt. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Rounding out the front 9 with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. There is now 1, and it also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right. But really the best draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep too. So judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9. This line is still down the left side, so it's still actually...
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, how impressive has this round been considering the strong winds?
Oh, it's remarkable, Rich. You look at everybody else out there struggling. This has been a round to savour.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie. Second shot. Really. This is an awkward length.
Bang! Has it. Now 8 under on the day. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Good thing he stayed in the first cut because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Second shot. Good look at the green. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savour for the rest of the round.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Yeah, here we go. Starting to roll now. 4 under with that birdie. Did the job right there. Moving on to the 11th hole, Frank, water all along the left side. 472 yards. How do you handle this one?
Well, this one's weird because the tees are a little off-centre. They start down the right side, which makes it into a dogleg. And you mentioned the water. It always comes into play. And there are 0 fairway bunkers. You don't need them here at 11 because really it's all about the tee shot. Find the fairway, then even though it's a long par 4, you should be able to at least attack that green safely. Miss the fairway to the right, which is the bailout side, and your problems are just starting.
From a good lie, above 155 yards. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That will be a great look at birdie. Setting up for an approach shot here. Shouldn't be a problem here. Starting to really play well. -5. See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 12th hole now, looking at 192 yards, par 3.
Won't quite play that distance because that tee shot is considerably downhill. But you really have to be cognizant of the wind if it's coming off the left, because it easily brings that water into play down the right should that tee shot just start moving with the wind. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. And this is looking really good. Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Great professionals, Frank. They don't fear greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Getting set now over the putt. Never a doubt, looking to make a statement today. We're just playing a nice round of golf. Has that one for par, and now at 5 under par. Par 5 13, Frank, what kind of scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get on a par 5, obviously birdies and eagles come to mind. 13's been changed a little bit over the years. The split fairway's gone, now it's just one fairway. Water in play, bunker on the left side, they certainly define this fairway. And they've toughened up the front and left side of this par 5 green. The longer hitter, the high ball hitter, still will get a reward at 13.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is. Rich, it's a different challenge today. The weather is so day-to-day out here, and when you get a breeze like this that's kicking up, you really have to sort of change your approach to playing these holes.
It looks nice out there, the blue skies, plenty of high sunshine, but it's a challenge because those winds have really freshened up. Sit down, get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
Not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
Didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a 23-foot putt. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
And getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the day. At the 14th now, it's a par 4.
And a dogleg left once again. The bunker on the left side's been pushed out to the fairway to really make you think whether or not you can carry that. It's a lengthy second shot because it's going to play a little bit uphill. And this green is well protected on the left side with the 2 bunkers.
What a tremendous display of power and precision. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that line.
I didn't think that was doable.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Could really use this one. It's for birdie. Like Ben Crenshaw right there, just so smooth.
Well played before.
Now at the par 5 15th, and Frank, there is plenty to catch your eye. There's also quite a bit to catch your ear. You can hear the roars at the par 3 16th. So how do you focus on the task at hand?
Great question, Rich. You know, you realize you're about to enter the stadium part of the golf course, but this is the last par 5 that you're going to play. We've seen eagles here over the years. We've seen many a player hit it in the water off the tee or water short of the green. Certainly one of the tougher tee shots coming in. No bunkers here to worry about, just that huge lake to the left. Find the fairway. You might just find the green. Second shot.
On the 15th green in regulation, but not yet in the hole. This is about a 30-footer, and he'll look at it from a couple of different angles just to try to get a feel for it. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. This one measures out to 24 feet. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Now 8 under on the day. This one just requires a little bit of focus. And he has it for birdie. Frank, the one moment that sort of made the 16th hole what it is today would have to be Tiger's ace in 1997 here at the TPC Scottsdale when it was raining plastic cups.
It was also his reaction, too, and that ushered in the Tiger Woods era that we became associated with, which is the fist-pumping, the rowdy spectators. I mean, he was one of the few players that bridged the gap between spectator and golf course. And it still goes on till today. And I think Rory McIlroy probably is the only other player that starts to broach that type of inside and outside atmosphere with golf.
Still to this day, it's the loudest single moment that I can ever remember hearing on a golf course.
Surely not. This is an awkward length.
Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Under for the round. Frank, when you get to the 17th hole, we always recall maybe the single most bizarre shot in the history of golf.
Yeah, everybody talks about maybe a hole-in-one at 16, but really 17. And the player was Andrew McGee. It was a good tee shot, don't get me wrong. But Rich, it needed an assist.
Well, the assist came from Tom Byram, whose brother Kurt is a commentator for the Golf Channel. Tom Byram was just minding his own business, standing on the green, sort of leaning on his putter, and you know what happened.
Yeah, the ball hit Tom Byram's putter and then careened into the hole. So, 17. Made famous a little bit of history with a couple of names to drag up from the past.
Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the has.
So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
For par. Always take that. Good par putt right there. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Not a problem from there. Right in the middle. Par 4 18th, and Frank, if you are trying to win the tournament out here at TPC Scottsdale, this is all you want down the stretch.
It is. There's a short bunker there, obviously, for the recreational player to respect. 3 bunkers down the right side protected, and that new bunkering situation down the left there to stop the attack of a Bubba Watson or a J.B. Holmes. Now, this tee shot is going to have to be respected, and the green, too, is anything other than flat.
Chance to get it close here. It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
This one has a good line. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5. Rich, I remember playing with, it was Ben Crenshaw and Mark McCumber in a World Cup of Golf at Royal Melbourne. And Royal Melbourne's greens are as fast as any in the world. And it was probably one of the best putting exhibitions I ever saw without Ben actually making every putt. His sense of speed. And I think that's where I started to see that putting was a real art. He would look at a putt like it had 7 or 8 different dimensions to it. But it was all feel. It wasn't mechanical. It wasn't like this sort of amazing thought process. It was sort of through osmosis. He would just feel a green. So it would go up and down.